So. So 3 videos in, we still haven't discussed what Ingle means. You know what flood means? Well, let's discount straight away. Not entirely discount. So I'm going to do a TikTok about the idea, and that is the idea that perhaps Ingle could have something to do with the Germanic god Ingwe, or Ing in English. There are a couple of problems with it. The people who decide place names that have something to do with Germanic gods, I don't really understand the full methodology, but A, I'm not one of them. I'm not qualified to say. But 2, it seems the methodology is there another explanation for it? Is it in the genitive case, that is a possessive? So Woden's bury is a bury that belongs to Woden. It's the genitive case. There is no other explanation for it. With this, it's not Ingelflod. It is not, and it has other explanations. One of which is in Old English, Ing can mean meadow, and we have loads of meadows around here because it's really wet. Secondly, there are rivers that have ing and inch in them. Wantage used to be Wonatinch, and it's named after its river. Ginge, both of these are North Berkshire, but they're Berkshire nonetheless. So ing can mean river as well, and Grundy suggests this is even pre-Celtic word. How we can guess, I've no idea. What we have left. But we also have another thing, that is an Ingehul, and that might be Ingel, might be Ingehul, and that is one half of Inkpen. Inkpen was probably Ingehul pen in its early days, and that means the English Place Name Society think that's the case, and so does Equal. So this river probably means the river of the Inkpen people, probably. This is my guess. And because of the other watery context of the word, it seems a pretty logical thing to put together. Now, all of the places I've described in the last 2 videos, not this one, the last 2, have not been in Inkpen parish. They've been in Kintbury. I think one's might be part of Hungerford, but nonetheless not. Oh, it might be Inkpen. But anyway, they are mostly outside Inkpen, so it's interesting. Many villages tend to change the names of rivers that are associated with their neighbouring villages. It's sort of a competition thing. The map of the Craven estate has been very, very useful. It's a marvellous piece of historical evidence, and there's more to come about our river, our stream, and it's worth pointing out. Just been past Puddle Wharf, which is a cottage, and it's 16th century. With modifications in the 18th century. That's really quite old. Very pretty Berkshire cottage. Its name is interesting. The wharf tells us it's next to water. I can't see anybody taking a boat down that stream. It it is the puddle bit is interesting. That might give us a clue as to what in the modern period they called that stream, a puddle. But we need further evidence to make that conclusive. When I was transcribing the map, I was doing it on my iPad, transcribing the field names to the map, placing them one on top of the other, so that I'd have a really good reference to take out with me on the walk. Yet I failed to save it, so I'm doing all this by memory. Which my memory's pretty good for details like this, but the finer detail I might be out on. So the Craven map talks about, I think it might be Piddle Mead. I shall correct myself if I'm wrong, but it mentions the Piddle. That is our stream, our river. In the early medieval period it was the Ingelflod, a noble name. By the time of the modern period it becomes Piddle. Now, is Piddle and Puddle the same thing? So this is our Piddle, our Ingelflod, and it is, I believe, known by the locals as Dag's Gully as well. This stream has carved a gully, which you can see those big banks there, out of this landscape as it speeds its way. I reckon it is a torrent in the winter. But there is in the list of medieval names Dages Mead or something like that, or Feld, I can't remember what it is. But it is the Dages part suggests an older form of dags. Somewhere down there is a piece of land called Mill Pound something else. But what it tells us is there was a mill there. So it must have been going fast enough. And it doesn't have to be a massive river to do this. Big rivers tend to get channeled to make them go faster. So you've got it channeled by the gully, probably. But it will certainly have sped it up. And then if it's not going fast enough, what you do is you level it off, and then you make a sudden drop, a sudden waterfall onto a wheel, turn the wheel. And that's another way I've seen that. I've seen evidence for that sort of thing. So yes, that's further evidence from the Craven Estate maps that tell us about the social history of the economic history of this place. There was a mill there.